For this triple chocolate cobbler, which is a chocoholic stream, we are going to start with 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now we are going to take a whisk all of that together. The sugar, because it's so granular, it is going to work as an abrasive to break up all those lumps inside of your cocoa powder, which you need because cocoa powder is always lumpy. So now that's all mixed together, and we are going to throw in, to make this triple chocolate, because that's chocolate number 1, which will make it like a milk chocolate cake. This is chocolate number 2, which is 1/3 cup of dark chocolate chips. And this is chocolate number 3, which is 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips. Now the reason I went ahead and put the chips in with the dry ingredients is so that they will get coated in that flour and cocoa powder and all that stuff, and that way they won't sink to the bottom of your cobbler. Now let's go with our wet ingredients. We have 1/2 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of a neutral flavored oil. You can use whatever your favorite is. And we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, roughly measured of course. And now we're going to mix this all up. It's a very quick mix up, very quick recipe. You can make this tonight because you may have most stuff for it. Now you may have to buy the chips if you don't keep chips on hand. I keep chips on hand. But if you don't have the chips on hand, you may have to buy them. Or you can leave the chips out and just make it just plain old chocolate cobbler, which is also delicious. But if you are a chocoholic, the triple chocolate is going to do it for you. Make sure you get all the way down to the bottom of the bowl when you are stirring, because you don't want to leave any dry, unmixed ingredients in there. And it already smells amazing, and it's not even baked yet. And this is perfect for right now, considering people are having so much trouble getting eggs. This is perfect for right now because there's no eggs in it. A 9x9 or an 8x8. I am using an 8x8. It'll be a little thicker with an 8x8, a little thinner with a 9x9. It will take a little longer to bake in an 8x8 because it will be thicker. I have sprayed this with cooking oil spray. You can also butter it. I use coconut oil spray because, as you can see, it re-solidifies and don't run back down. So now we are going to empty this batter into our bowl. This isn't a bowl. I'm going to empty it into our pan. I'm going to take it out of the bowl and empty it into the pan. Now we are going to spread this to all corners of the pan because it is a very thick batter, so it won't run there on its own. You have to spread it there. But you can see all those chips in there, and all those are going to melt and be beautiful and delicious. Now for the next part, which is what makes this chocolate cobbler. We have 3/4 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar. We have 1/4 cup of cocoa powder and a pinch of salt. Now we are going to mix these all together. Now I'm going to get my hands in there because it can break up the lumps so much easier than you can with a spoon or anything like that. You can break up those lumps of brown sugar and get everything mixed in so much better. If you still have a few lumps of brown sugar, it's fine. They will melt in, trust me. Now we are going to take this mixture and we are going to sprinkle it all over the top of our cake batter. Well, cobbler batter, but it actually sets up more like a cake. And we're going to dump that all over the top, and now we're going to spread it out to all the corners. Make sure you got a nice even layer. And you can put this on a baking sheet so that if it spills over or splatters over, you don't have to clean your oven. Normally I will do this inside of my oven, but it's really hard to film inside of an oven, so I'm going to do it right here. Otherwise, if you do it outside your oven, you have to walk very slowly to your oven and make sure you don't mix things together. Now, do not mix anything together here. So you want to slowly pour 1 3/4 cups of really, really hot water over your mixture, making sure that you moisten everything. You want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now, this is going to bake, and your cake part is going to rise to the top, and on the bottom you're going to have this beautiful fudge sauce. Do not mix this together because this will do its own magic, so don't mix this together. Now This is going to go into your 350-degree preheated oven until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out with moist crumbs. But don't poke all the way to the bottom or you'll hit fudge sauce. This deliciousness is out of the oven and it smells divine. It baked for between 40 and 45 minutes in a 8x8 pan. Now if you're doing it in a 9x9, it will probably be between 35 and 40 minutes. And when you poke it, now be very careful poking it, it's extremely hot. It feels like cake on top, but you can tell that there's something under it. And if you look in the corners, you can see where some of that hot fudge that's under all of this cake has bubbled up. Oh my gosh, there's so much hot fudge sauce under there. And you can see where little peaks of the little chocolate chips are starting to peek through. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This is to die for. If you love chocolate, this is going to become your new favorite dessert. Do yourself a favor, serve it with a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream with the fudge sauce over it. Now, if you make this earlier in the day, you will want to warm it up before you serve it. That way it's nice and warm. It's also good room temperature though. I gotta admit, it is really good room temperature. But I will come back and I will show you what it looks like when I cut into it. I want you to see all that fudge sauce in there. Now let's dish some of this up. I want to show you what it looks like under the cake. Now you want to scoop so that you just get the cake part. And see, you can see all that fudge sauce under. Look at all that fudge sauce. And you can see those white chocolate chips in there. It just looks insane. And all this fudge sauce, do yourself a favor, get you some ice cream and put it on top of this, and then put the fudge sauce on top of the ice cream. It is to die for. So remember, come back next time to Angela K's Kitchen, where I take you from gourmet to everyday and everything in between. God bless.
And now for the worst job in all of YouTube. There's some sarcasm there. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bite. I cannot wait to try this. I might topple over any second now. It's simply amazing. There's no comprehending what that tastes like. Yes, it's rich and decadent. Granted, I'll eat it every night, y'all. Goodness, it's so amazing. Angela K, that's a phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal job. It's so tasty, so rich and chocolatey, just full chocolate. And a nice little bit of vanilla ice cream to kind of cut through it and just balance it, and it's so good. You're in the mood for something just chocolate fixation, fix. It's so good. Angela K can really cook, y'all.